any knowledge of Islam has to be verified very well. Don't believe anything that you see, even if it was said, Rawahul Bukhari, Rawahu Muslim, unless it was really forwarded by someone that you trust and know that this person is very, very careful about what he or she carries on the media. Many people just tend to even record this because we know some groups who might spread wrong ahadith and they just put at the end, reported by Bukhari, or reported by Muslim, by Abu Dawood, by An-Nasai, by Ahmad. May Allah have peace and blessings on them. They are, mashallah, our trusted scholars. But they did so much work in order to verify these ahadith for us until they brought it clean and handy. Now we should not believe anything that comes in their name because you can make it up. It's so easy now with Photoshops, with cut and paste, and all these things, to play around with these things. So we have to be very careful. Anything related to our deen, because it's a knowledge. Then because in the hadith, مَنْ كَذَبَ عَلَيَّ مُتَعَمِّدًا فَلْيَتَبَوَّأْ مَقْعَدَهُ مِنَ النَّارِ. You know, how could we receive this hadith and not be shaken by this? You know, if you lie against the Prophet, peace be upon him, if you say something that he did not say, or report something that he did not say, then you shall have your seat in hellfire, may Allah forbid. I mean, it's so much to bear, but people are not really feeling the responsibility in that respect. And that's why we need to have that feeling, have that responsibility very much present in our hearts, and to be very careful. And if you're in doubt, forward it to someone that you trust. Go back and check it. MashaAllah, nowadays there are available resources on the media, sources that are available to check. And Sheikh Asim was telling us before we recorded today that he's, mashallah, referring to some books by Sheikh al-Islam Nasiruddin Albani, rahimahullah, and similar scholars who devoted their life and time for the service of the hadith, particularly in the hadith. I know it's easy to check the Quran because the Quran is available, alhamdulillah, particularly from, again, trusted sources. I cannot even trust because now some websites have made up, na'udhu billah, copies of the glorious Quran. So if you're really in doubt, you may feel that this is something wrong and Allah did not say it, and the same. But the most important thing is many people don't have any good idea about all the hadiths. So before you forward this, even if it's good, do this many times. There are signs of hadith that are not true,
right,
or even they are so weak, or even they don't have any origin, and so on and so forth. The point is, we have to be very careful and check before we forward.
If I might interject here, the enemies, those people who want to destroy Islam actually, and I've had quite a lot of experience with missionaries, that they actually purposefully, will use and cite things or actually fabricate things and say it's from Bukhari Muslim.
Yeah, exactly.
And as you said, Quran, there's been many sites and people have imprinted certain Qurans with changing things and trying to add, subtract things and try to confuse the people. And especially with the internet today, anyone can put whatever they want on there. So verifying is so important. I've seen people getting confused and saying, look what the Prophet ﷺ did, or look what this hadith says. And then you check, yeah, this is not even hadith. But it says, look, it says hadith number, this, that. Yeah, subhanAllah, when you check the number, it doesn't exist. It's not there. There's no such book, such volume, or such page even, subhanAllah.
A hadith that is very famous, spreading on the internet, on the WhatsApp, says, when a man takes the hand of his wife, Allah's mercy falls upon them, and so on and so. Bukhari. And everybody's sending it. It's coming to me like every couple of days. And Shaykh, it's in Bukhari. Say, Habibi, anyone who comes and claims that this is so and so, you believe them? So in order to counterattack these rumors, in communication, I remember taking a course a long way, in a different life maybe, I don't know, where they say that in communication you have a sender, a receiver,
medium,
a message, and a medium. The medium is whatever, tongue, your writing, internet, this is not of concern. The message, we know that it is ill. The message is bad. Now, the sender is the one who conveys it to you. What is your role as a recipient?
Right.
This is what prevents rumor from spreading. That you are giving an ear. It is you who are giving them the chance to spread their evil. If each and every one of us, the moment someone talks ill, whether by backbiting, whether by gossiping, whether by slandering, we stop it, khalas.
Technical question here. Is the second in line who hears this rumor more responsible because he's the one who's taking out information and he will dissipate it to the other ones? He's the first line of, or the first point of contact. Is he more responsible than the next ones?
Is he going to send it?
Yes. He will forward it. And he just received something, he hasn't verified it, okay? And now he's forwarding, and from him, it trickles down to everyone else, cascades
Allah
down.
Azza wa Jal told us in chapter 5, Surah Al-Ma'idah, that whoever kills a soul as if he had killed the whole of humanity. And the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ said that no person would be murdered except the first son of Adam would get
part of
the
that
equivalent sin.
Allah.
This means that if you spread a rumor and one person spreads it, you get his sin. But if he spreads it to 1,000, you get 1,000. And if he spreads it to 1,000,000, subhanallah, how many sins you are carrying on. Yes. And look at the Prophet ﷺ. They slandered his wife. What did he do? Did he react in a sense that, okay, I have to stone her to death, I have to flog her, I have to punish her? He didn't even believe in that. But because he could not verify, he refrained. And he waited until Allah Azza wa Jal revealed her innocence in the Quran, that those who slander her today are cursed by Allah till the day of judgment. Imagine this, those who claim to be Muslims, by slandering Mother Aisha, who was announced to be innocent in the Quran, in Surah An-Nur. And this will be recited till the day of judgment. And yet they still insist to falsify the Quran. They are cursed by Allah, by the people, and by the angels, till the day of judgment. So the Prophet did not, ﷺ, he wasn't hasty. He didn't, jump the gun. No, he said, why are you doing this to me? She's my wife, I know my wife. But this is something to do with legislation. If they failed to provide 4 witnesses, and if there was no confession, any person is innocent by default. And this is what we know. So this is how we should react with rumors.
MashaAllah. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
God is great.
Faith. Focus on the foundation, because the foundation makes us a better Muslim, a strong Muslim. Commit.
Firmness.
You must love Allah. You must love Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
And the 5 pillars.
Declaration of faith. Follow up with the Salah, Zakat, and Sawm Ramadan al-Mubarak, performing Hajj.
Hussein E.
The basic foundation of our deen, complete way of life.
Learn to construct your life on the basic foundation of the Deen every Friday at 5:30 p.m. and repeat telecast at 11:30 a.m. UK on Peace TV.
Where truth is hidden, misleading quotations create confusion. Where truth is hidden, lack of knowledge and wisdom cause upheaval and commotion. Where truth is hidden, manipulated scriptures and twisted facts emerge. This very hidden truth creates false propaganda, mayhem, chaos, disorder, and turmoil in our lives and the world order. But is there anyone with courage and wisdom? What is the truth, and who has the courage to expose it? Because it's your right to know the truth.
Watch truth prevail and lies perish in Truth Exposed by Dr. Zakir Naik every Sunday to Friday at 9 p.m. and repeat telecast at 7:30 a.m. UK on Peace TV. Jameel Rashid.
Living in the West, a very important topic that we're going to look into and expound upon. I have with me today Sheikh Haytham Al-Haddad.
The West, home to over 45 million Muslims.
Al-Islam as the supreme law, but that is not the situation here.
In analysis, their present status, challenges,
How to interact with your neighbor, how to be involved in a political dimension.
opportunities, and future.
All our actions are governed by what Allah Jalla wa Ala and His Messenger say,
Haytham Al-Haddad.
which means that it is part of fiqh. Fiqh in brief is life. How to live is fiqh.
Join Sheikh Haytham Al-Haddad as he discusses critical issues Muslims face, like dealing with non-Muslims, the importance of identity, and conforming in a multicultural society in Living in the West. Every Tuesday at 3 p.m. and repeat telecast at 1 a.m. UK on Peace TV.
A friendly message by Dr. Zakir. Old Age Home.
Al-Quran, Surah Al-Isra, chapter number 17, verses number 23 and 24 says, Your Lord has decreed that you worship none but Him, and that you be kind to parents. Whether one or both of them attain old age in your life, say not a word of contempt. Do not say off to them, nor repel them, but address them in terms of honor. And out of kindness, lower to them the wing of humility and say, My Lord, bestow on them your mercy, even as they cherished me in childhood. There is no place for old age home in Islam.
Peace TV, the solution for humanity.
God is great.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back. We're talking about rumors and how to stop rumors from being spread. And we said that the first point of contact is more responsible than the next ones. And and they will carry some of the responsibility and some of the sins of those that it gets spread to. And there's a saying that I cannot fully remember exactly, but it's something like, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words really hurt, and that's one of the things, that this one word can start a war. And I'm not talking just here about a war, personal war, but a war between two countries, subhanAllah. That this word can remove the honor and the chastity of a woman, right? Because in the end of the day, we're human beings, right? Shaitan, will come and...
Or of a man as well.
Or of a man, yeah, of course.
We know of men who've been slandered and accused of things they have not done. Scholars.
Qadf, yes. And that the punishment for that is very, very severe in Islam. Let us maybe just for the last part of the show talk about how should the person who the rumors are spread about deal with the situation or act about this. Sheikh Asim, what's your view on this?
There is no one size fits all. It depends on the rumor. It depends on those spreading it. It depends whether he has to make a stand or not. Because sometimes all what you need is ignore and shrug it off. And so many of the Salaf used to be approached by such haters and rumor spreaders, and they convey namima. They said, so-and-so said so-and-so about you. And the easiest reply for them would be that Shaitan did not find any messenger better than you. This is nice serious. Reply. Yes, but in normal conditions, we tend to be agitated, aggravated. We tend to react as if this person is telling us the truth. Even the Prophet ﷺ, when they used to tell him things about his companions, though were true, he approached them and said, do not tell me about my companions anything, so that I can come out to them with an open chest. I don't have any feelings. But when you come in privacy and say, he said this and that, if you had the means, if you had the courage, come and face him. Don't backbite him. Don't gossip with the intention to fuel the fire. So, in a sense that this is religion, you have to verify. Muhammad ibn Sirin, one of the great tabi'een, he says that إِنَّ هَذَا الْعِلْمَ دِينٌ. This knowledge is religion. The science of fiqh, Quran, hadith, this is religion. فَانظُرُوا عَمَّنْ تَأْخُذُونَ دِينَكُمْ. So you have to look and scrutinize those whom you're learning from, so that you do not get your knowledge from any Tom, Dick, or Harry. This is not the right thing to do. You have to know who is delivering this. And likewise, when a person is slandered, if it's something that is easy, shrug your shoulders and move on, akhi. The caravan moves and the dogs keep on barking. This is not going to affect it. But if it's something that needs to be addressed, running from problems does not solve them. You cannot run all the time. So if this is something serious, you have to stand, hold your ground, and face everyone else, and trust Allah Azza wa Jal. So this woman who's been slandered by her ex-husband, by her family, discommunicated, whatever, she should, if in an Islamic country, demand justice in the Muslim court. These people slandering me, they have to provide their evidences, their proof. And the court and the judge, who would, and this is in Islam, by the way, someone comes and says, Sheikh, I saw you with a woman. You were fornicating, you were cheating. Okay, alhamdulillah, bring 4 witnesses. I don't have except 3. Okay, bring the 3. The judge listens to them and flogs them 80 lashes on their back. He brings 4. He brings 10, accusing me of zina, of fornication. What did you see, the judge says? Describe it. It has to be graphic. Not just, I saw him doing whatever. No, it has to be really graphic and descriptive. And they fail, they'll be... Islam protects our honor and chastity and reputation. It's not like what we see in the West, slandering their ministers, their actors, their janitors, presidents. Everybody. Left, right, and center.
Even the prophets, peace be upon them.
And the Prophet, ﷺ, they're depicting our Prophet, ﷺ, with things that are so humiliating to us Muslims. They don't have any shame. They don't have any pride.
And Isa,
actually, they depict their own prophet, which is our prophet as well.
The Muslims are reacting, not them.
They can get someone insulting their mother. It's okay. That's fine. That's nice. Let's make another joke. In Islam, we have a different ball game altogether. We do not relate to any of this.
Sheikh Salim has a lot to say.
Not a lot. Just one hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, when he said, "Min husni Islam al-mar'i tarkuhu ma la ya'lam." This is a beautiful hadith.
Allahu Akbar.
Min husni, part of one's good Islam, that means fearing of Allah and practicing and committing to Islam, he will be refraining from that which doesn't concern him. So it doesn't concern me. I mind my own business, you mind your own business. Another thing is another hadith I just now remembered, which is "Man dabba an arda akhihi bil ghayb," to defend the honor of your brother. Give your brothers the benefit of doubt. So when you receive a rumor, say, no, it's not like that. I know the brother. The brother is not what you are saying. So we have to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And another hadith I just recalled, which is, "Man qala fi mu'minin ma laysa fi, askanahu Allahu radqat al-khabali hatta yakhruja mimma qal wa ma huwa bi kharij." Whoever says anything about his brother in Islam, which is not true, he will be in radqat al-khabal, a pool of pus in the hellfire. By dipping him there, he will lose his sanity. And he will not come out from that until he produces proof. And he will not, because it is a lie. He will remain there. Don't we fear Allah? Akhi, subhanallah. This hadith shakes, scares you. Just you talk and let this tongue loose, and because there is no fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
There are people, subhanallah, that live and thrive on such slanders. And some of them, being camouflaged by shaitan, think that they're doing a service to Islam. And they keep on shooting people left, right, and center. This da'i has this and that, and they make a big list. And this scholar has this and this. So who's remaining? So we have only 5 allamas. Allama number 1, allama number 2, and the rest are all innovators, are all this, are kafir, are jahmi. Now when you come to analyze, this is not the way of the Prophet ﷺ. This is not the way of the companions, may Allah be pleased with them. This is not the way of the tabi'een, of the favorite 3 centuries. No matter how many texts you formulate or twist so that you convince the others, this is hatred. This is hate speech, what you're doing. There's a difference between when you want to advise someone, when you want to discredit someone. You look at the full picture. We all have shortcomings, but to keep on spreading slanders, and these people have fun. They enjoy sitting like us and, taking a scholar, taking a da'i, and fry him in a frying pan.
I think that's why we need to probably end up with reminding ourselves, reminding our brothers and sisters to guard their tongues. And those who thrive, those who enjoy the spreading of these rumors and just only would like to chat all the time, to keep their tongues busy with dhikrullah Azza wa Jal. That's the easy thing, and that's probably the best solution. If you tend to be talkative, you always would like to say something, then say something good. Recite the glorious Quran, remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and which is easy. And it's one of the easiest things to do, but one of the most rewarding things. Because, as you know, in the glorious Quran, when Allah says, إِنَّ الْمُسْلِمِينَ وَالْمُسْلِمَاتِ وَالْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ, until the end of the surah, and he said, didn't mention any of these repeatedly, but he said, وَالذَّاكِرِينَ اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا, and those who remember Allah in abundance. وَالذَّاكِرَاتِ, for both men and women. أَعَدَّ اللَّهُ لَهُمْ مَغْفِرَةً وَأَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. So there is so much reward waiting for them if they indulge in this remembrance. I think the cure is to guard the tongue from evil, but use it in good.
And also, if I may add, in a few seconds, inshallah, that the issue of slandering is very huge. So we have these groups who keep on slandering da'is, scholars, in the name of jarh al-ta'dil. We have also those groups who keep on criticizing and slandering and spreading rumors about rulers, about scholars. They call them scholar for dollar or scholars of the palace, because they don't go with their radical ideology, methodology. We have those who slander anyone who's successful, a businessman. And this is the doing of the hypocrites, whom whenever someone came with a big pile of charity to the Prophet ﷺ, said, look at him, he's showing off. And when someone brought something very little, they said, does Allah Azza wa Jal need this? الَّذِينَ يَلْمِزُونَ الْمُطَّوِّعِينَ مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ فِي الصَّدَقَاتِ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَجِدُونَ إِلَّا جَهْدَهُمْ فَيَسْخَرُونَ مِنْهُمْ سَخِرَ اللَّهُ مِنْهُمْ. This is in the hypocrites. So these people who have nothing to provide for the ummah, they do not help the people to uplift themselves from ignorance to get them closer to Allah. They just sit back and slander and spread the rumors, not aware or aware that this has catastrophic effect and impact on the whole ummah, on the security, on the spreading of knowledge, on the relationship between the youth and the scholars. And Allah Azza wa Jalla knows best.
MashaAllah, Jazakumullah khair. Again, very, very beneficial. And I hope that you, the audience, benefited from these episodes. And let's please, the purpose of these episodes is to, inshallah, apply to better ourselves. I speak this first to myself and then to you. Wa jazakumullah khair, and we'll see you next time. This is your host, Gabriel Romani. Thank you so much for joining us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
When you're lonely, praise Him every day. Say great. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. God is great.
Peace TV English, the solution for humanity.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك